Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. I am back again for the December 2014 monthly reading for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Gemini. Um, so I've been shuffling and I'm just going to roll them out and see what we get. As you can see, I am at a hotel. I am traveling to my new home and I'm still doing readings, so if you would like to get a private reading, I'm doing them right now in the evenings when I've kind of stopped traveling for the day. I still have energy. So I'm doing them every day. So if you'd like to email me, it's elizabetholson31@gmail.com for private reading. So anyways, let me tune in and see what we've got here. You know, it's weird. I'm not getting hits off of this. I don't know why. I feel like I need to shuffle, reshuffle, and start again. Sometimes it's sort of like things just need to like pop out, and I'm not getting any messages. So I'm just going to continue to shuffle a little bit more and see what I get for this. And it's actually too, I'm going to be getting some new cards for my deck soon. So stay tuned for those. Going to be special ordering some new artwork, new cards. Okay. Okay. So this better be good here. Here we go. Quite a mixed bag here, Gemini. Quite mixed. Okay, so let's start with the foundation card because it's really, really good. This is the big money, Gemini. I mean, if you're my old boss and you're watching this, I can tell you're excited, okay? Because he was a Gemini. So, it could be you, you know, that's thinking it, you know, my old boss is always thinking big money. So, anyways, Geminis would love to have big money. So this is a good card for you guys. This is the Ten of Pentacles, which is wealth beyond measure. Good foundation. Means that financially, you guys are pretty secure. I'm not worried about you guys financially. If you're not really in the place that you want to be financially right at the moment, typically this is an inheritance of some kind. This is money coming to you. This is just a general overall vibe. So it might not be you if you're married. It may be your spouse that has money. I feel like someone in the family has money. You may be like, you may come from a long line of people that have had money. My feeling is that you just have a really good, strong foundation. Even if it's not financial, it's just a really good foundation. Where it's sort of like, you know how you're going to pay your bills. You know what tomorrow looks like as far as a job. You know that your spouse or significant other is going to be there for you. You know your family's going to be there for you. You know your family's going to help you out if you need it. It's sort of just like, one way or the other, you have a strong foundation. The interesting thing is that in the recent past, you were a little bit confused. This is the Lost card. This is the card that's all about going down the wrong path. And it's interesting because she's holding up two things, and you've also got the Juggler. And Geminis have the element of two, naturally, because the twins. So you got the Juggler here, and you've got the two things here. And you got the double coin here. And You got the Two of Wands here. So the number 2, I mean, this is for you, Gemini. I mean, this reading is for you. See if I can put them back where they were. So in the recent past, sorry, you were juggling. You are juggling right now, juggling 2 things. But it could be 2 jobs. It could be 2 career ideas, 2 totally different careers. You're trying to figure out which one you want. Typically, this is like, this is someone who has a lot of responsibilities and is trying to keep life in balance. And they're living kind of a lifestyle that's what I would call is unsustainable. They're doing too many things. They're trying to juggle it all. So even though this juggler is only juggling these 2, you never know. In a magical universe, there could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins in the air. So it's funny that he's juggling coins though, because this is financial things. So it may be, I feel like some of you have 2 properties, or you're thinking about juggling 2 properties, or maybe buying a property, or like 2 financial investments. I don't know why that's coming to me, but there's 2 financial investments. If that's not the case, then you're just kind of like juggling. It's like a balancing act right now. Your life is like a balancing act, and you have a lot going on. But in the past, you were trying to, think about being authentic, wearing your heart on your sleeve, being a real person, or wearing a mask, doing what you love to do, or doing something just for money, and you were going kind of down the wrong path. But I feel like you're kind of going through a transformative time, because you got the Death card, which is what's crowning you. So it's really cool, because to me, this is exactly what I think I was trying to talk about in my last video for Taurus. This is sort of what I went through on a personal note. When I was going through this career question mark and life question mark, the thing that followed was this complete transformation in my life. My life right now is nothing like it used to be. Nothing. No way. Not my job, not my place of living. Things with my family are completely different. Things with my friends are completely different. This is a transformative time. This is kind of, to me, the 2 go together. Because you can't have all this darkness without all this light afterward. It just doesn't, that's how it works. So you go through that period of darkness, that period of time where you're not sure what you should be doing, and then suddenly you burst out and you're just on fire. And this is a new start. This is starting over. This is rising up from the ashes. You're going through a transformation, a transition, a time where things are not the same than they used to be. Things are really changing. You may have been through a lot of changes, Gemini, that maybe you're not totally on board with, but nonetheless, that's the energy right now. You're kind of on fire with a lot of things going on, a lot of changes. What's crossing you is the Star card, which is healing, which is, it's funny because she's also coming through, she's letting go of the past, and she's kind of coming to this new land. It's sort of like she's come to the source of the river, this pond, and all these fish are in this pond and they're swimming down this river. And, oh my gosh, there's a beautiful book. I see if I can find it. I think it's called, it was one, Yes. Okay. It was. I read. Okay. It's a really, really beautiful book. It's called Where the River Begins by Thomas Locker. It's a kid's book, but it's kind of I don't know. It's kind of mature. I would say it's kind of a mature book for a kid. It came out in 1993, so I was young. I was really young then. Maybe it came out before then. I'm not sure, but anyways, it's called Where the River Begins by Thomas Locker. If you love books, you should read it. It's a beautiful, beautiful book for kids. And but it's just interesting. I always used to cry during that book. I always cried when the book was over too, because they go on this journey and they go to the source of the river. So it's sort of like you're on a journey to find the source of the river. You know, you're coming through a time where you've gone on this journey to do this, and you've learned a lot in the process. You know, you've got healing, you've got transformation, you've got money. There's like several big things, like boom, 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 happening. You know, good things, positive things. And then also, you have sitting on top of the world, which is what's right around the corner, which is feeling of power and achievement, feeling of you really made it. You know, you really got somewhere. This is an amazing, amazing, I feel like this is an amazing moment for you. December is going to be a great month for you guys. You know, there's a couple of tricky cards towards in the outcome. I feel like the beginning of the month is better, more so than the end. I feel like there's a couple little things that are kind of getting to you, but it's just, I want you to bask in the moment in the December, because I feel like in December, all these major things are kind of going on, major stuff, really, really, really positive stuff. You know, that I think you guys are really just going to be very happy about. So let's talk about some of the more negative stuff. The place of emotions is, it's weird because it's like you've got all this positive stuff and yet emotionally you're blocked because you're thinking about this person. You're thinking about this very strong male. It can also be fate, where fate is like, you're thinking about fate. You know, you're thinking about how things are supposed to be, you know, or maybe you're dealing with, you know, someone, a boss or someone that's just very controlling. You know, this is control. You know, Gemini, this is not you. This is, to me, this is like a Taurus, a Capricorn, or an Aries male. It may not be that. It may just be like a boss or a judge or someone who's of like very high standing. For some reason, it's like they're blocking you on an emotional level. This could be an ex-husband. This could be, you know, your current spouse. This is someone that likes to put their foot down, and when they put their foot down, there is no getting around this person. They are really, really stubborn. They are really, really in control. You can't just tell this person to fuck off. It just doesn't work. It's sort of just like, I don't know. It's weird because I feel like you're in a relationship where there's someone around you that has so much of a say that it's sort of emotionally upsetting to you. And I feel like you've gotten this before, because Geminis are really like a butterfly. They're very sensitive and sweet, and I just say they're more like a flower. They're more like a flower. Not, you know, butterfly, yes, but more like a flower, because they're just very sensitive and sweet. And they can get crushed really easily. And this person is someone that is crushing them, literally crushing them. That's making all the decisions for them. you know. So Gemini females, you may be, that this could be a father figure. This could be, like I said, a boss, somebody who's just very strong. It's in your life. It's very controlling. It's a weird thing, though, because with all this positive stuff, you're really blocked emotionally. Emotionally, you are blocked. It's like the weirdest thing. Also, your attitude, you know, you feel trapped in some way. You feel like you're stuck, that you're chained to this job or you're chained to this person, you know, the devil, and that you can't really leave. And you want to leave. For some reason, you want to leave. Now, here's the tricky part. The universe is saying, you know, it's giving you this magical magician energy to get things done, to transform your life, to make things better, you know, make things better for yourself. It's a lot of action stuff. The magician, it's like he's like the person that's like constantly like feeling things and doing things and fixing things. It's just like there's a technical element. You may be like a very technical person, you know, but you also may be, you know, if you're a female, you may be looking for Mr. Right, and he is kind of like, the magician's kind of helping you get there. So the magician is kind of like things, that signs that the magician leaves for you along that way. You know, it's sort of like, not to bring up, you know, magical story stuff, but like the Wizard of Oz, like the Yellow Brick Road, like there's an element of along your path. If the path was like the Yellow Brick Road, the magician would be at the end, you know? And the magician is, but this, in this same sense, you're following the magician to get to Mr. Right, to get to a better place. If you're single, you know, if you're, I feel like you're just a technical guy if you're a Gemini. I feel like you're very technical, do a lot with your hands, you're capable of getting a lot done. But the problem is that you feel trapped, and so it's blocking you from a positive outcome, which is the Eight of Cups, which is having peace of mind. You know, she's, you know, moving away from all the madness into a, you know, using her own light to guide her. You know, this is a very, very positive place to end up, but you're blocked from getting there because of this. Maybe you're chained to money, you're maybe chained to a job, you may feel like you're stuck, you may be chained to someone who has addiction problems, you may be in a marriage that you don't want to be in, you may be, you just may be not realizing your own power. That's the main thing. You're not realizing your own power, and you're just kind of, you're not standing tall, you know. Emotionally, it's sort of like, I feel like you're dealing with these two, it all really comes down to these two things. It's sort of like you're letting somebody else make your decisions, and that somebody else is like the devil, and they've either got into your head, inside your head, and they're torturing you, and mentally torturing you, emotionally torturing you, and you're not standing up for yourself, and you're not, because if you were to stand up for yourself, you would break out of this circular thing, this little cave, and you'd break out, and you'd move away, or you'd have peace of mind, or you wouldn't, you would have a positive outcome available to you, which right now it's not. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to see what it is that you need to do to really overcome these issues, because I feel like emotions change and they shift. So, but because you're dealing with this very strong emperor that's really blocking you from being happy, and because you feel trapped, it's a tricky situation. It's sort of just like, it's sort of like this. Things are going really well for you. Maybe in the past, you weren't sure about the path that you were supposed to take and you were confused. But, and you are juggling a lot. But financially, you're in a good place. Things are changing. Things are changing for the better. You know, you've achieved a lot, more than you ever thought you could. And the universe is sending you this, either Mr. Right, or the ability to find Mr. Right, or they're sending you this positive, magical energy if you're your guy. So it's sort of like, it doesn't make much sense that, but at the same time, emotionally you're stuck. And you may be in a relationship that you don't want to be anymore. You may be in a work environment that you don't want to be anymore. Or you may have a boss that is really just annoying the shit out of you. Or all of the above. So let's just see. I'm going to pull a little card and see what we get. It's interesting because I think I got this. I don't know if it was for you guys last time for the month of November, but I pulled it for somebody, and it's sort of like when I pull a card that if you break free, like what's going to happen or like what you need to do. I feel like you need to, and the card that came up is sadness and loneliness, lots of negative emotions, feeling overwhelmed. It's, to me, for you, it's a feeling of being overwhelmed. And I think you need to wait for things to kind of settle down. You know, that's my number one thing. You need to break free. That's the number two thing. You need to get out of the relationship or whatever it is that you're in that's causing you this feeling of being trapped, because it's sort of like everybody needs to be able to embrace their own power, embrace their own ability to make decisions and do things in their life. A lot of times we as people give our power away to other people, and that leads us down a negative path, and then we end up unhappy, which is the case here. Chances are, my feeling is, you will need to wait for a period of time, because it's sort of like this. If you don't break free and you don't get your power back, you don't say, no, I'm sick of this shit, I'm going to be doing my own thing from now on. If you don't do that, then you're just going to be unhappy. You're going to be overwhelmed and not happy. Rather than having the peace of mind and having the calm and the centered energy that you really need. That's what I see. But it's just, it's sort of just like, I feel like Geminis, you're trying to perfect things, and you are really, like, right now, the place that you're in is so positive that it would be easy for you to stay. I feel like it's kind of like, because financially you're in a good place, you're willing to put up with this boss, you know? Because financially you're chained to the dollar, you're willing to sacrifice your emotional state, being happy. It's sort of like you'd rather have money than be well, you see, money is like the source of your happiness, you know, and security. That's what it is. And so you'd rather have money than be happy. But what you don't realize is that you can have both. Maybe somebody told you a long time ago, you can have both, and money doesn't buy the happiness. It doesn't. But I feel like you've made a choice. You've chosen to have money rather than choosing to be happy. Not all of you, but some of you. And I would suggest taking action to change things for the better, because you're going through a time of, because when you get the death card, everything that else that follows it is just part of the transformation. It's sort of like this. It's sort of like when death happens, it just churns everything up. I mean, it's sort of just like, it's a major deal. So everything that happens, it's like a trigger almost. Everything that happens in the deck after you get the death card, it's part of your transformation. It's part of your growth. It's part of what you need to learn. So you can do one of two things. You can continue to let this boss or let this person, let this husband or boyfriend or whoever it is, block you from being happy, or you can take your power back and say, no, I'm going to be happy no matter what. No one's going to stop me from being happy. And because happiness is a real thing. Some people don't even think happiness is a real thing, but it is. It is. Things to think about. Anyways, I'm going to stop my video here. That's all that I'm really getting, but if you want to have a private reading, Geminis love specific details, so I'm happy to do one for you. Feel free to email me at elizabetholson31@gmail.com. Thank you so much for your comments, guys. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate everything that you guys write. It means a lot to me. And I wish you happy holidays. So enjoy your Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much pumpkin pie. Anyways, I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Take care.